Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so what we were talking about in our last video is demand. This is our curve. So our actual curve moves downward and to the right. And our law of demand is what we talked about really quickly. Sorry about that glare, I can see it in there. Law of demand says when my price increases, my demand decreases. When my price decreases, my demand increases. So it does the opposite. And we're looking at this from a consumer standpoint. Now we have what's called law of supply, which is just the opposite. And we also have to change our way of thinking here. We're actually going to change to thinking about this and approaching this as a manufacturer or a producer of goods. Instead of being a consumer, here you are a producer of those goods. So this tends to move upward and to the right. So let me also list this down here. Law of supply. And law of supply states exactly the opposite. When my price increases, my demand increases. When my price decreases, my demand decreases. You might be thinking, wow, how does that happen? What do you mean by that? Well, it's funny you should ask, because I am going to explain it. So, law of supply, I want you to think of anything tech. I know that many of you are 18, 19, very young. So if you can contemplate, if you've ever even seen one of those neat things called a VCR. Back in my day, my dad's very first our very first VCR was an $899 giant unit that had one of those electronic tops that came out and you put the video in and it went back down, electric feeder or whatever it was called. So law of supply, again, you're looking at this from a manufacturer standpoint. So if I'm the producer of these VCRs and there's a big demand for them, right? Everybody is out there buying VCRs. I know you can't contemplate that because it's really, really old to you guys. But when it's brand new, that demand is there. Everybody wants the new technology. And my dad certainly did. So he came home with one of those bad boys for $899. That's how much a VCR was. So the price, because I know that it's a demanded product, I can raise my prices and I want to get in on that action. I want to produce as many as I can and sell. So that's how law of supply works. Now, when the price starts decreasing, it also ties in very closely. It means my demand is decreasing. So now I want you to contemplate the last time that you were at Walmart. Did you even see a VCR out on the floor? No, because technology outdates itself and replaces itself. So I think you can still order them on Amazon for a lot of money now, but they literally just wipe them off all of their shelves. Same thing with DVD players nowadays. DVD players were replaced by Blu-ray players, but even if you look at Blu-ray players now, because everything is streaming, they all went really low priced. They were, when they first came out, $200, $300, and they went to $150. Then they went to $100. Then you can get one on the I do believe I saw one at Walmart the other day. I think you can get a base Blu-ray player at Walmart for like $29. So that's what this is basically saying, is that as a supplier or a producer of this, when the demand is the greatest on this item, we're going to skyrocket our prices, make a profit, kick out as much product as we possibly can. But when the demand starts decreasing, our prices kind of follow suit. There is an anomaly to this, is like if you've got things like antiques, they raise in value. They don't necessarily always lower in value. Or if you have something that is just really old and it's obsolete and maybe somebody really wants it, the price will go up. But overall, almost all your tech follows the same exact pattern. Again, cell phones fall wonderfully into this grouping as well. When they're first out, when everybody's got the brand spanking new iPods and new iPhones, then it's $1,200, $1,300 for these phones, way above $1,000. But then as the models increase and are being replaced, then you see them nowadays, they give them out for free. I think you can get an iPhone 7 from Verizon for free on with a line of service nowadays because, well, they're just not streetwise worth anything. So that's exactly how this law of supply. So again, I want to point out the differences. My demand curve moves downward and to the right. My supply curve moves upward and to the right. My law of demand says that when my price increases, my demand decreases. When my price decreases, my demand increases. Law of supply, you're looking at it from the producer or the manufacturer standpoint, and it says that when I have a high demand, my price is high. When I have a low price, my demand is low. It's just polar opposites. So that is law of demand and law of supply wrapped up in a nutshell. I will see you for the next video. Bye, guys.